Hi. Being your own boss doesn't mean that you have to give up on your dreams of home ownership. It does mean that sometimes traditional financing may not be a good fit and you'll need to look at other flexible financing options. So if you're an independent business owner, do consulting, or perhaps are an independent contractor, then it's important to understand when traditional financing would be a good fit and when you might need to look at alternative financing methods. This is Christine Atkinson with Columbine Mortgage, and this is your June timely topic where we are going to focus on flexible financing options. So I'm self-employed, so I'm quite familiar with this topic, and I can tell you that in order to use traditional financing, that the underwriters are going to look for an established business, meaning you've been in business for 2 years or longer, that you have a good net income number, so revenue minus expenses, and that your income has been inclining or at least held steady for the last 2 years, or if it's declined, not by a very large percentage. The challenge is that a lot of self-employed businesses don't fall within those parameters and leave people wondering if they'll be able to get the financing they need to purchase a home. Well, I can tell you there are a number of different options that we can look at. We're just going to cover 4 of them in this session. I'll go ahead and start with bank statement programs. So if you are filing taxes and you take a number of either large deductions, so you have your revenue minus deductions, you're left with the net income, and that sometimes is too low to qualify for the home purchase that you would like. Instead, what the lender can do is take your last 12 to 24 months of bank statements, review those for the deposits in the bank statements, and will come up with a qualifying income number that we can use that is often much greater than what you would show on any tax return. The next set of programs are called asset depletion. And while conventional conforming loans do have asset depletion guidelines, they're really tailored towards people who are of retirement age. So if you aren't of retirement age, but you do have a lot of assets, then do know that there are other portfolio products out there who can look at those assets, all of them, and give you an amount of income that we can use to help you qualify. The next one are P&L loans, or profit and loss statement loans, where instead of looking at filed tax returns, they will look at the most recent 12 to 24 months of profit and loss statements. Now, it is important to understand that you do have to have filed taxes, and these P&L statements have to be prepared by a CPA. So it's not obviously loosening up on that, but it can be helpful if you're in the current year or you haven't filed last year yet, and that is really showing an increase in income and you want that to be considered in your qualification. The last one are 1 year tax return options. So conforming loans do allow for 1 year of tax returns if you have over 5 years in the business. However, if you're in a situation where you were a W-2 employee and then you moved to 1099 in the last year or so, and you don't have tax returns or you don't have 2 years in that business, then there are programs out there that can look at that income and use it to qualify. There are many other options as well, so it is important to understand that we will look at the entire picture before letting you know what home you can qualify for and giving you options to make the best decision possible. Just reach out if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help.